tutti. Mi scusa perché il mio italiano non è buono, quindi parlo in inglese. My name is Mary Spence. I am a senior program manager on the Google Workspace for Education team, and my job is to bring all Google's tools into the classroom for educational institutions. And what I wanted to chat with you about today, before I do a few demos, is really kind of reiterate what Amanda and Simon have shared. Our products are purpose-built for learning. We work side along educators and education institutions, learning experts, to really make our models and our products that they power better at teaching and learning. And to do this, we use learning science principles into our models to help learners acquire and organize knowledge through active learning. And we were really excited to share that Gemini 2.5 is the world's leading model for learning. So LearnLM is infused into Gemini 2.5, and experts prefer Gemini 2.5 Pro over all other models. So you can go to this website here and you'll be able to actually see the competition report, how we stacked up against competitors and how educators really prefer Gemini 2.5 for its pedagogical principles. Great. So before I jump into doing a Notebook LM model, demo, really what I wanted to explain is Notebook LM if you're not very familiar with it. So educators and education leaders who are really looking for an AI tool that's grounded in information that you provide, they can use Notebook LM to really understand information, but also generate new information. Things like audio guides, overviews, guides, FAQs, really mind maps to be able to connect different topics together. You can use it to create quizzes for your class. Really, the opportunities are endless. And it's really easy to use. You upload your sources. This can be PDFs that you have, your own information, things from the web, YouTube, really any source that you decide. You can chat directly with Notebook LM as you would with any other chatbot. And you can kind of create these additional visuals, audio, multimodal. And that's kind of some of the key benefits. So again, the first being that it keeps your data safe and secure. You're able to create multimodal. You're really grounding it in the materials that you decide. And you can get insights based off of your sources instantly. So I'll actually turn it over to do a demo of Notebook LM.
Adesso vedete una demo direttamente dal suo computer di quello che vi ha appena raccontato di LM.
Has anybody used Notebook LM?
Chi usa? Ok.
Perfecto. Have you used it in English or in Italiano?
In italiano.
So I input here. Do you want me to use this?
Yeah.
Okay.
For you.
Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. I input a few sources from the web about the Great Barrier Reef in English. So my sources were in English. And I went into the settings here and I selected the output language to be in Italian. So even though I'm asking Notebook LM to create resources or to be able to chat in Italian or use an audio overview in Italian, it doesn't matter the language of the sources that you select. So again, lots of opportunities to take information that you may have had to translate before you're able to generate content, already saving a ton of time. So you can, again, chat here if you have any questions. I'm not going to pretend to understand what question this is, so hopefully you all know what is being asked here. But what I find to be really amazing and I use often is the audio overviews. So let's hear if it's Italian. It's actually really much better than mine. Oh, they can't do the sound?
Possiamo sentire l'HDMI direttamente dal suo computer? Così colgo l'occasione per un applauso ai tecnici, grazie, che da stamattina hanno fatto salti mortali.
C'è subito un dato che colpisce, ripreso da UC Geography, da uno studio su PNS. Dal 1985 la barriera ha perso circa metà della sua copertura di corallo vivo. Metà è un numero enorme. Proviamo un po' a capire cosa significa. Allora, partiamo dalle basi, le dimensioni.
Good, Italian?
Yes, I read Italian.
It even said allora, which I know. Okay, and the other thing which I think is a really great feature that'll come up here in a minute is mind maps. You're able to create this mind map to connect different topics from all your sources. And you can go through and click to get deeper in each of the layers and get to kind of make connections between topics that you may have not been able to make previously in a very visual way. So I'm a visual learner. I like to see the topics right in front of me. This is another great kind of different modal for your students or for yourself. Okay, great. I want to talk about, we can go back to the slides.
Yeah.
And I can talk about, actually I'll keep this here if that's okay. Gemini in Classroom. So, has anyone used Gemini in Classroom? Not yet? Okay, one.
Only one.
We have one. Great. Let's talk a little bit about that. So Gemini in Classroom provides educators and education leaders with tools to really assist with critical and often time-consuming aspects of teaching. So you can see there's a variety of different tools that are in here to quickly generate a quiz, create a vocabulary list. You just input the grade, the topic. It might ask you for learning objectives. You can kind of change the learning objectives, and then it'll create these resources for you very quickly. I wanted to demo two for you today. One is Choice Board. So that allows educators to create a series of activities. We want activities for students to master and get engaged with the topic. And you can select. It'll give you kind of an overview of those activities.
Un attimo che cambiamo lo schermo. It's okay.
Oh, great. It's behind me. Okay, so Choice Board is one. So we can input a target grade. I'm going to put 6th grade. Let's do DNA. And it will generate those learning objectives. And then as the educator, you can decide, is this the right learning objectives that I would want for this topic, or I can quickly edit if I want to. I'm going to keep this the same. And it will generate a series of different activities that I can then use in my classroom as I see fit. So you'll see you can build a DNA model. It'll give me the time that it will take to do this activity and what the materials are needed. So again, another way, rather than having to spend time to research different activities for the different students and being able to differentiate in the classroom, this is one of those many tools that you can use. Before I go, you can either export that to docs, or if you use Classroom as your LMS, you can add it to your class directly. So you'll be able to add that activity into your Google Classroom. Okay. The other one that is often something that educators need to create is a vocabulary list. If they're learning about a new topic and you want them to have an understanding of a vocabulary list, rather than generating that from scratch, you can, again, input the target grade, the topic. It'll, again, give you those learning objectives and a list of vocabulary words along with the category, the definition, and an example sentence. So you can imagine how much time this would take an educator to create this list. And again, you can export it to docs or add it directly to the classroom. So great time saving. And if I need to go back and kind of regenerate or edit this list, I can easily do that with a few clicks.